talking about? Hmm? Good morning. Oh, you're such a big dog. Why are you so big? Huh? You take up so much of my truck. Wanna go outside? Go outside. Go big piece.
Well, this is our last morning here in Arizona. I just woke up. I am not in any hurry to leave here. All I gotta do is fold up the mat, and that's it. Everything else is buttoned up. This guy knows something's up. You do, don't you? Are we going to see your grandma? We're gonna go see grandma and you, Dalen. We're gonna go see you, Dalen. Yes, we are. We're gonna go for a ride. Okay? Yeah. Go see grandma. Go see you, Dalen. You know it's a long drive. It's gonna take us a few days. Okay? I know. Okay. Okay. That's my boy. I know. Yeah, not really feeling like rushing out. It's 6:30, 6:15, 6:30. I woke up about an hour ago. Just been laying here watching some videos, and because the weather here is beautiful. It's comfortable. My friends are here, and I've decided to pack us all up and drive 2,400 miles across the country. There's good things about over-the-road travel, and there's bad things. The things that I do like about it, I really like. And then the things about it that stink, they're not so bad. I guess I've gotten used to them. Climbing roads that climb mountains, and I don't like doing that, but it's usually over pretty quickly, just because it feels like I'm just hammering on the truck. But it's always made it. I always say this, it's always made it. I've had days where I feel like I'm just going to break the truck, and I say, just get us through today. Please get us through today. And it does every time. It's never let us down. So we're going to hope for that same outcome on this drive across the country. I don't have any reason to believe that anything's wrong with the truck, but I do have some things in my mind that I'm going to have worked on when we're back east. I need to get all the brakes redone. The front end, maybe new springs. I'm thinking about, getting the alignment all dialed in, make sure tie rods. I really want the front end, the suspension, and the steering to be way, way better than it is. That's one of the things that keeps gnawing on me. And that's a big item on my list when we're back in New York. If I can get that all taken care of, I don't care what it costs me, but it's money well spent, I'll put it that way, to make me feel better and to make the truck safe. Like yesterday, Bobby and Chris were like, well, what time are you leaving? And I'm like, normally I'm already on the road, like as the sun's coming up. And I just don't feel like it right now. The first day, I usually don't drive, I'm not doing 600 miles today, I'll tell you that. Let's shoot for 400, and that's a big day of driving. Now, some parts of the country really lend themselves to racking on the miles. When you're out in the middle flats, you can just, go and go and go and just rack up the miles. When you're going through cities and things like that, that's where you don't get as many miles for the amount of time. So there'll be days when we do a lot of miles, and there'll be days when we don't do a lot of miles.
Okay, we're ready to go. Everything's packed up. Got the mat put up, got everything strapped to the back of the truck. Minimized how much stuff we have inside. So I've got my step ladder and one box, and that's it. You know, because that's all the stuff that has to get shuffled around every time we stop for the night. So I had a little problem this morning. I went to make my coffee. Been having trouble with my propane tank. Like 2 months ago, all of a sudden the flame was really low. And went to get it filled and it only took a gallon, which didn't make sense. So then the same thing happened again. I had Chris take it. It only took a gallon. This morning, all of a sudden the flame, it won't even burn. It's like it's empty, but the tank is full. It's full. So I don't know if the valve has a problem. It's full, you know, it's heavy. It's got all the liquid propane in it. But does it run out of gas pressure? It sounds like the regulator. That's what Chris was just suggesting. So I couldn't make coffee this morning. Yeah, so we're heading straight up to Parker. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. I'm gonna swap and get a new propane tank. I hope that solves the issue. And then we're gonna get on our way. So he's already ready to go. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we just stopped at Walmart. So this is, I think, officially the slowest start to a cross-country drive that we've ever had. Now, we're up in Parker, which is 25-30 miles from our campsite. We went to the PARK and did a long walk around. And then I stopped at Terrible's and got a cup of coffee, and I swapped my propane tank with a new one. I'm hoping that's going to fix it. We'll find out, right? But I need to be able to make coffee if we're not near a truck stop in the mornings. So got a new propane tank, and I just went in Walmart and got a couple little snacks. I needed to make more of my nut mix. I do macadamia nuts, honey roasted pistachios, and they had honey roasted pecans. So I've been getting just regular pecans because they didn't have honey roasted, but they had honey roasted. So that's going to be an awesome nut mix right there. And this guy's ready to get going. So now back on 95, we'll head up to through Lake Havasu City. And then right where we meet Interstate 40, there's a Love's. We're going to stop there and fuel up. And then we're going to get on 40 and head east. Okay, we have made it up to I-40. Oops, you guys are all crooked. Hold on. There you go. We made it up to I-40. Well, it's right over there, believe me. But we just pulled in here to Love's and put some fuel in. And thank you again, Tom. That Love's card is so great. So I put 25 gallons in. It already had like, well, it's showing half a tank, but my gauge is flaky. So I put 25 gallons in and put some Diesel Clean additive in. I put that in all the time, the gray bottle, because it's not cold. It's going to be a couple days till we start getting cold temperatures, I think. And it's getting warm right now. Like, I was running the AC as we pulled in here, and I'm going to keep running it. This is a really busy Love's. We just went out and took a walk around. There's really nowhere to walk that's decent. It's all rock. They have a tiny little dog run area, but I'm not putting them in there. I don't like those things. It's like a contained disease petri dish, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna get a fresh bottle of water and we're gonna head out of here and get on I-40. Yeah, you got the tongue hanging out. You're a little bit warm. Okay. He hasn't eaten his dinner yet. He's a little bit in shock, you know. He's getting used to the trip. Oh, look what I found. Fleet Find. This is one of the chrome lugs that holds the wheel simulators on, you know, the hubcaps. I find these periodically. They're not all the same thread pitch and size, but anytime I find these, I pick them up and keep them because Pacific Dualies charges like $8 a piece for these. So, good find. I'm sorry that somebody had it fall off, but we're gonna keep it going in life. We're pulling onto I-40 here, and you might ask me, why am I going on I-40? Because of the road conditions, the poor road conditions. Well, I had heard from more than one person that I-40 had been going under construction and that they had fixed the roadway. Well, I can attest that they have not fixed it on this stretch here, and it was the same condition as the last time we drove on it. So right here we're climbing. You know, we went from under 1,000 feet above sea level down in Quartzsite to about 6,500 when you get near Flagstaff area. So we're doing some climbing here, and right here, this is probably the most taxing drive as far as like the steepness of the grades and how long they are. There's a couple more that come up as we get closer in towards the Flagstaff area, but not bad at all. You know, there was one specifically that I remember we really slowed down on. You know, anytime you get boxed in going up one of these long hill climbs, if you get boxed in behind a truck and the person that's passing you on the left isn't passing fast and you have to let off the throttle, and in my truck at least, under certain conditions, it's really hard to get that speed back up when you're on a long incline. So we did have at least one that I know that we had to slow down quite a bit before we crested it. But you know, the road, we were over at a couple 100 miles of not great conditions, and then it improved. You know, you can see the changes in the road surface here. So it wasn't, you know, it wasn't bad overall. Yes, I wish it was smoother, but I'll tell you what it does. When we do hit really nice roadway, it's such a pleasant change to come from the bad roads to the good roads. And I love going along here, and suddenly we're in pine trees, and it's such a dramatic change from where we just left. You know, just a few hours ago we were down in the low desert, and now we're up in the pine trees, and there's lakes and there's snow. Really a refreshing change. I mean, look at that. To see a body of water after spending all that time down in the desert is a really welcome thing. It was really nice to have the weather change. The smell, the feeling of having moisture in the air is so pleasant.
we're stopped. We've gone about 300 miles. We're actually at the exit for the camp spot where we got rousted by the Rangers there a couple years ago. So like half a mile down the road, right down here, is that really nice camp spot where Lefty was off leash every day running around. So I-40, when you get on at 95 and head east, it's horrible. There's been no road construction. You go about 200 miles on the worst beat up, actually about 250, and then there's a new section that we're on now. We're at 7,000 feet, so look at all my bags of stuff are just so blown up. I stopped in Parker and got these. I love these things. The kettle corn flavor. They're like popcorn chips. They are so good. All they had was the little mini bags in Quartzsite. And then I found the party size at Walmart. And I just mixed up my famous mixed nut mix. So I'm all good. My pretzel bag blew open. It was already open, but it popped and there were pretzels inside the cabinet because we're at about 7,000 feet right now. I just tested the propane. The stove lit and acted normal, which is good. So let me turn the valve back off. I think we're gonna go a couple more hours and then call it for the day. We came back here and Lefty had, well, I don't know if he did it or what, but he was back here messing around with his food bowl. I could hear him. He dumped the food bowl and the water bowl down in the steps there. I don't know if he's mad or what, but I had to clean that up. So we just went out and took a walk around. There is actually snow on the ground here. Look at that. Not, it's just where the big piles were, but there's snow. We walked across the street there and let him get his feet in some dirt, some soft dirt. Okay, there's a rest stop up here. I'm gonna call it for the day. We've gone far enough. We've been at this rest stop before. It's a nice one. We can get a good quiet night's sleep here. This is Meteor Crater, so it's a really nice clean rest stop, and we can get the head of my bed up away from the road noise. So we're gonna pull in here for the night and get a good night's sleep and start at it again in the morning. Thanks everyone for riding with us today. Really nice day to go from the desert up into the snow, and then we're back out in the desert again. Really a varied day as far as what kind of terrain we're in. Really cool. Everybody take care, be safe. We'll see y'all again really soon.
You see, it's flashing green,
Boy, that's
which means fore and aft.
yeah. That's a big cloud.
What?
We got rain. Hey, come on. Get Tony. Come on, get Tony. Get him.
Come on.
Get him. He can still jump. Okay, Ajababa.
Who is it?
Hey. Just Bobby. Just Bobby. Okay, left. Good boy. Good puppy. Okay, wag that tail.
I know.
Okay.
You're so ferocious like this.
We'll see. Like if he's barking at someone he doesn't know, his tail stands straight up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Rigid, like straight up. It's really funny looking. I think they do that to like try to make themselves look bigger.
Yeah.
And that little tail. Yeah.
Flag of warning.
We got some rain coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna head on back.
All right, have a good night.
Batten down the hatches.
Yeah, we better. Have a good night. Dirt bike. Okay, we better go inside. Come on, puppy. Let's go inside. Come on, it's gonna rain. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, Papa. Here, jump up. Okay. There you go. Okay. Good puppy. Let's get all nice and cozy up in here, okay? That's a nose close up. Oh, look at that. Nose up. Okay. Good boy.